Alright, let's try this. I'm going to do the accent tag video even though nobody has tagged me in it, and it's really old. I just want to do it because I think it's really fun, and I've been told I have a very country accent because I'm from southern Mississippi. So I wrote down everything, and I'm going to just start off by saying all the words. Ant, roof, root, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, sure, data, ruin, crayon, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, caught, naturally, aluminum, and envelope. Okay. I'm going to try to make this short because my phone doesn't have very much memory on it, but, sorry if you couldn't understand those words if I ran through them really, really quickly. But now it's going to be question time. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? We call it rolling. A lot of people in the surrounding areas outside of the town that I live, they call it TPing, but here we call it rolling. And, you know, I'm in southern Mississippi, so I'm sure there are probably other people that call it that too, but, yeah, we call it rolling. Like, I'm going rolling, or I just rolled somebody's house. We don't really say it any differently or call it anything else. What is the bug that curls into a ball when you touch it? That's a roly-poly. In New Orleans, they do call them doodle bugs, though. But everybody up here calls them roly-polies. We're like 80 miles north of New Orleans, just if anybody's curious. What's the bubbly carbonated drink called? That's a Coke. I know everybody's probably going to freak out about that, but in the South, it's a Coke. It's like, you want a Coke? Yeah, what kind? Mountain Dew, Pepsi, root beer. We don't really call them sodas or pops. There are some old people here that call them soda pops, but in general, it's a Coke. Okay, next. What do you call gym shoes? We call them tennis shoes. Not tennis shoes or running shoes, like tenny. We call them tenny shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? That's y'all. Or we do say y'all, like Y-A-W, y'all, but it's mainly y'all. It's like, hey y'all, or what are y'all doing? You know, it's y'all or y'all. Okay, what do you call the spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? It's not a spider, it's an arachnid, but we call them granddaddy long legs or daddy long legs for short. Excuse me. What do you call the wheeled contraption you carry groceries in at the supermarket? Well, for starters, we call it the grocery store, which we usually go to Walmart here, or Kroger. If anybody has a Kroger, we all call it Kroger's, but there's not an S on it. But we call it a buggy. We don't say cart, go get me a cart. Cart is what you do. You cart somebody around. Like, if you're driving them in your car, or you're having to take somebody somewhere, we would say, oh, he's carting so-and-so around, or he's carrying them somewhere. So we call the shopping cart, we call that a buggy. What do you call it when it's sunshining and raining? We don't really call it anything. I've always heard, like, it's the devil beating his wife. That's, like, a southern thing, but my mom's always said it was like liquid sunshine, so that's what my family says. That's our little thing that's different. And lastly, what is it that you use to change the channel on your TV with? A remote. We just call it a remote. Some old people here call it like a clicker, but yeah, we just call it a remote. And I think I'm going to wrap this video up, but I think I'm going to do one like extremely southern, because there are so many words on this that I can just think of, like fire, It's fire! I mean, you can just go totally crazy with that. Like, ruin, some old people say, burn! He just burned it. And, you know, it's just, there's so many words that I could just go crazy with. Iron, wash. There's one thing weird about wash. I wash my hair and I wash dishes, but I say we don't have a dishwasher. I don't know whether there's an R in washer for, you know, the dishes. I guess it's because we've never had one. That's why I say it's a dishwasher. We ain't had one of them fancy contraptions. But yeah, I say wash for everything but the dishwasher. It's like a washer that you have to do to put on something like mechanical. That's a washer too. It's weird. We say like different stuff. And like Leighannsays, they were talking about like routes. Like, okay, you're going to go out on Route 9 or something. But when you go to Sonic, it's a Route 44. We do the same thing here in southern Mississippi. It's crazy. We also, like, sometimes I'll say aunt. Really, really country. It'll be ain't. Like, ain't so-and-so, will you get over here, please? Or, I gotta call ain't da-da-da. I mean, it really depends with us. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are like that, and I'm just unaware of it, but it really depends on what mood you're in as to, like, how extremely thick your accent's gonna get. Because, I mean, you know, certain words you can just get on a roll with, and it could just come out the countryest that you can imagine. Because, like, with lawyer, sometimes I do say lawyer, like, if I'm having to re-enunciate something or repronounce it, I'll say lawyer, or lawyer. You know, just sometimes you gotta mix it up and change it a little bit so people can understand what you're talking about. But now I'm doing nothing but rambling, so I just rinsed my hair out because I dyed over it to dye it purple, so excuse like the pinkness of my roots and whatnot. But I hope somebody enjoys this or gets a good laugh out of my accent. So, on that note, I'm going to take me some salmon and going to cook it on a fire, but not too much so it don't burn. Bye, y'all. Come back and see us sometime.